Morning guys, welcome back to the channel. I thought I would do a little video this morning. I haven't put out a video in a few days. The last video I put out was my van being towed away from a Walmart parking lot. What happened is I went to do a pickup for freight. I'm sorry, not freight, bungee. And while waiting in the parking lot, I saw like steam coming from the from the bonnet. Steam. I said, hold on, what's going on? So I went outside. As soon as I stepped out the van, I almost slipped, and I looked down, and it's just liquid everywhere. So I just dipped my hand in it, felt it. I realized it's all coolant. So yeah, I just called a tow truck. This was like about 4 o'clock in the evening, and it gets really dark in Wisconsin by 4 now at this time of the year. Yeah, it's dark and cold. It's actually -2. It was actually -2 this morning at 6. Real feel was -17. I think it's about 2 degrees right now above, and the real feel is still like all the way down in teens minus. But yeah, so that's the update on the van. The van is all good again. 2 days later, brought it to the garage. It needed a gooseneck and some radiator hose. So luckily I wasn't driving to where it was leaking out. So that happened, and I realized, so my heater gauge didn't go up. So the van itself is good, the engine is good. Just leaked out all the fluid just right there while I was waiting. So that's good to know that it's not worse than it is. However, the video today I'm putting out is basically a few items that I can remember off the top of my head. I just wrote down a few this morning while I was sitting here. I'm actually at my pickup that I do, my daily run. I'm driving the car today just because it's so goddamn cold, and Rody didn't put out anything that was worthwhile doing this morning with the van. So I took the car. So while waiting here right now, I just jotted down a few things that you need doing delivery. Sometimes I'll say the cargo van business, but you can basically do delivery with your car, your pickup truck, whatever. So in no special order, here we go. One of the things I have on the list is a good working phone. You definitely need a good working phone, that has good battery life for on the road, and you need a good charger as well. Alrighty, next thing, a good phone holder. You definitely need a good phone. You can't be driving around with the phone in your hand and trying to navigate and do all of that stuff. You need a good phone holder. Alright, if you are in an area where you use toll, or you gotta pass like toll booths and stuff, you definitely should look into getting a toll pass. It's worth it. I only go to Chicago on the weekends. We don't really have toll roads here in Wisconsin, but I go to Chicago on the weekends, and I have a toll. I have my little my iPass thingy for the tolls. So definitely it's worth it. Get a toll. Fuel card is not a must, but it's if you have a fuel card. Like I used to go OTR, so I have my fuel cards from that time. Depending on how much fuel you're buying, how often you're buying fuel, it'll work. But the fuel card is not really for everyone. But again, if you're in a cargo van and you are getting jobs sometimes going far out, a fuel card, it's probably worth it. And you can also download the fuel apps. You got some fuel apps out there that will show you where the cheapest fuel is. And in this field, remember that the fuel is your profit. You understand me? Yeah, fuel is your profit. So you definitely want to find the best price for gas or diesel, whichever vehicle you're driving. It's worth it to get that fuel app and download the fuel app and find the best gas stations for fuel. Next thing is, this is a little thing you can have in your vehicle. It's a little food bag, like a food warmer. I have a little food warmer that keeps my food. So when I cook, I like to cook. So whenever I cook, I'd bring some food on the road with me and keep it warm. It plugs right into the cigarette lighter. They have different types, different styles out there. Mine is not actually a bag, it's like a thermos, but it plugs into the cigarette lighter, and it basically, it's almost like it's cooking the food again. So you can get one of those, because every dollar counts, The less you can spend on food on the road, the better it is for you. Alright. Straps. Definitely need straps. You need to strap your freight down as much as possible. Now, one, it's not damaging the items, but two, it's for your own safety. Just imagine, like, here in Wisconsin, you're driving and a deer run out on you and you hit the brakes, like you boom and you slam on the brakes, or somebody, you know, hit the brakes and you slam on your brakes, and then you got a toilet bowl coming flying at you. You understand me? It's very dangerous. So straps, you want straps to strap down the freight. You can get those at like Harbor Freight, Home Depot. They're all over. You can even get straps at Walmart. Their straps are everywhere. But in my field, like, because I have a cargo van and I haul heavy stuff at times, I got, you know, like the really good straps. I don't want to say more expensive, but more, you know, commercial straps I have for my van. All right, moving blankets. Those straps and moving blankets are a must. You want moving blankets. Like you get gigs. Like just the other day I got a gig for moving like envelope stuffer, like a machine. Those are very, very delicate stuff. Sometimes you'll get to move TVs, not in boxes, not from Walmart. Like, you know, a neighbor or somebody, and they come in to me like, hey, how much are you gonna charge me to go, you know, down the street or maybe into another city? And they got TVs without boxes. Yeah, they can buy them at U-Haul, but still, you know, you just wrap them in a moving blanket. Dressers, nightstands, lamps, stuff like that. You need moving blankets for sure. Gloves, it's nice safety. You need a tape measure. A lot of people are like, well, I know what 24 inches look like. I know what, but it's very, very good to have tape measures. I've been to Tractor Supply for gigs where the gig is saying, oh, it's 24 inches or whatever. I don't remember the exact measurement right now. But when you get there and you look at it, you know immediately that's not the measurement. So what you want to do is pull your tape measure out, snap a photo, get to support, send them the measurement with the tape measure right there with the correct measurements, and they'll literally give you more money for that delivery. So it's good to have a tape measure. Shrink wrap. That's those little plastic wraps. Definitely. Those are awesome to have. Especially if you are driving cargo van. You'll get freight of like 24 boxes on a pallet, right? And they'll just put a little bit of shrink wrap around it. And so as soon as they load it, everything starts to move. You got your own shrink wrap, you just wrap it a lot better, and it works out in your favor, because when you go to the delivery, they can easily just fork it out. But when you don't do that and everything is all scattered, then you're gonna have to do it by hand, you know. So shrink wrap is pretty good to have. Tape, you know, like tape is good to have. Definitely a hand cart. Some people call them dolly. There are different styles of hand carts. Definitely invest into a dolly. Definitely need those for sure. You're gonna pick up freights, you know, stuff that you need to use a dolly for. Definitely. Small toolbox. Maybe just a few wrenches, ratchets, sockets, you know, like stuff like that. It's good you're on the road all the time. It's good to have a little toolbox. If you do like say what's that app called again? I don't remember off the top of my head now, but you basically pick up stuff, furniture and stuff, and they're asking you to put it together. Then, you know, and even just your own local community, you'll get gigs from, again, you know, people in the community. Hey, we want to move, we're moving a bed, and they'll pay you extra just to put it back together. So it's really good to have a little toolbox in your van or your car. A flashlight. Now people ask me, why a flashlight? Trust me, it gets dark at 4 right now in Wisconsin, right? So you're pulling up to addresses and you can't see you can't see you know what I mean, you understand me? But then you need a flashlight, like the cops, you know, and just shine that flashlight and figure out what the house address is. All right. Reflectable vest is very good to have as well. A small first aid kit is very good to have as well. All right, those are some of the stuff. And I think the number one thing for me, the number one thing that I would say you need to have is good health. Good health. You have to eat good. Try and eat good and get good sleep before you get out here on the road and, you know, try to make that money. I think that's the number one thing. So make sure when you go home at nights, you're getting good sleep and you're eating good, because you're driving all the time. And a lot of people think, oh, you're just sitting down driving. As a driver to another driver, you guys know, like, driving wears the hell out of you. It makes you really, really tired. So get some good sleep, get some good food, and that's it for now. I'll post more videos with the van coming up. So stay safe out there and make that money. Reach out, feel free to ask any questions about the road, about the gig apps. Just feel free to reach out, send me a comment, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Peace.